Let's get more on our top story now. Anthony Ruggiero is a former Treasury and State Department official on North Korea's sanctions. And now with the Foundation for Defense of Democracies in Washington. Anthony, thank you very much for joining us. This is another layer of sanctions on top of several layers that have come before. Are these going to succeed where others have failed?
Well, thanks for having me. This is definitely another sanction set on top of North Korea, but it's really directed at those that do trade with North Korea. So it really clarifies the question for them. Are they willing to risk their trade with the United States for North Korea? And it's crystal clear. If you do business with designated persons or you do trade with North Korea, you will lose your access to the United States financial system. And when faced with that choice on Iran, all of them chose the United States.
So does that suggest then that these sanctions are more of a warning than an actual practical way of cutting off North Korea's nuclear development?
Right. My sense is that the document that we saw today, the executive order, had the elements that had already been provided diplomatically, in the sense that this is what had been described by the Trump administration to different countries and warning that this was coming. And we saw some countries already cut off North Korea trade, expel some of these ambassadors and diplomats. And now the Trump administration felt that it had to lay down this marker. Certainly they have ample evidence of these activities already ongoing, but the Secretary of the Treasury today made clear that they're starting today. So there's a knowingly provision, and if you do this trade after today, you can no longer claim that you didn't know. There
is this worrying rhetoric between Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump, a kind of increasing of tensions. Is the language that Donald Trump has been using terribly helpful?
Well, there's always a danger of miscalculation here, but we do have to keep in mind that North Korea, 7 years ago attacked a South Korean naval vessel, killing 40 South Korean sailors, and there was really no retaliation for that. And I think, when you peel back the rhetoric, really on both sides, but particularly on the U.S. side, the focus was on the U.S. is going to destroy North Korea. But the first clause of that sentence was, if North Korea threatens the United States or its allies, then that would be the retaliation for that. And it's important for North Korea to understand that they cannot, engage in these provocations without consequences.
All right, Anthony Ruggiero from the Foundation for Defense of Democracies in Washington, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.